This question is getting at what are the long and short run effects of the Federal Reserve choosing to increase the quantity of money by 25%. So if we're assuming that everything is in long run equilibrium to start, we can draw out the graph and we'll take a look at what's going on. We got the long run aggregate supply, you have aggregate demand, you have short run aggregate supply. Now they're going to increase the money supply, which is expansionary fiscal or monetary policy. So the aggregate demand curve in the short run is going to shift to the right, creating a new equilibrium point, which is an inflationary gap. So what does that do to the real value of money? Well, since prices are sticky, in the short run, your money is worth more because you've got more money in your hands, but everything's about the same price. And so in the short run, you have an increased value of money. In the short run, we see that output increases because we went from YP potential output to Y1. The price level in the short run also increased because we went from an initial price of P0, price level P0, now to a price level of P1. So prices rose for the aggregate price level, and the interest rate would drop, and we know that because we look at the money market, and they increased money, the money supply, and we see that the interest rate fell. So in the short run, interest rates fall, aggregate price level in the short run, they go up, output in the short run goes up, and the value of money in the short run goes up. All these short run effects, though, are undone in the long run because of this concept of the neutrality of money, which says that an increase in the money supply of 25% in this case would lead to an increase in the price level of 25%. So in the long run, what happens is that we're going to readjust back to long run equilibrium. There's going to be a new short run with higher wages, and short run is going to shift back to the left, creating a new equilibrium point at the original output and at a higher price level of P3. So we know that output in the long run is going to remain unchanged because we're going to go right back to potential output. We know that the price level in the long run is going to go up because we're going to go from P0 to P3, and we know that it's going to increase by 25% due to the neutrality of money. Okay, and we also know that the real value of our money is going to diminish because while we have 25% more dollars, everything costs 25% more, and so the long run impact on our real money is that there's no change in the value of money in real terms. And we also know that because prices are rising, the interest rate is also going to change. With the rise in prices, we're going to need more dollars to buy the same amount of goods. And so while we were seeing an interest rate fall initially from interest rate 0 to interest rate 1, we know that the money demand curve is going to shift back to the right as we need more dollars to buy inflated priced goods, and it's going to raise the interest rate back up to where it was before. So in the long run, interest rates should pretty much remain unchanged.